I'm just gonna do a trigger assortment and some rambling, because it feels like I haven't posted in forever, even though I posted like a week ago, but it's because my last few videos were pre-recorded, and so I haven't actually recorded a video in a while, so I wanted to do it today. I got these new glasses, and I think the case makes it nice. I started classes this week, and it's going pretty well. I low-key thought I was gonna be swamped this semester, and like I still kind of am. I'm taking 21 credit hours, which I did that last fall, and I almost died. But that was just because of the schedule and the way that everything was laid out. But this year it's a lot better, a lot lighter of a workload, and I'm not doing any field experience. So far, it's going pretty well. Anyways, yeah, my classes are pretty good this semester. Next I have this lip oil. I think it makes nice tapping sounds and nice noises, but anyways. Yeah, I already have my course schedule planned out for next semester. Since it's my last semester, I just know everything left that I need, so it's gonna be a lot less than what I'm doing right now. But I'm on my grind right now, because I'm graduating a year early, and I also spent my first 2 years of my undergrad double majoring in secondary education, and then I dropped that. So that kind of I could have been way further, I feel like, and not had to do 21 credit hours if it weren't for me spending so much time doing that. But yeah, I've been looking into grad school programs because I want to get my PhD in clinical psychology. I kind of don't like this noise. But yeah, I've changed my mind a lot on what I wanted to go into, because I've been a psych major the whole time, and I knew I wanted to go into something in the field. I wanted to teach for a long time, obviously, and I still want to teach. I still want to be a professor. But I never was really considering anything else within the field that wasn't research based until recently. Because I've never been attracted to the idea of being a therapist or a counselor or a psychiatrist, or yeah. But I discovered that I wanted to go into child psychology, which seems to kind of contradict with what I just said, but I think that it's something that I have the potential to be really good at, and something that I think would bring me fulfillment. So once I found that out, that obviously it opened my horizons for a lot of different schools, because clinical psychology is like the most prominent like psychology concentration, I guess. Like everybody wants to go into clinical psych. But because of that, I am going to be in a much more competitive field. So I decided to take a gap year after I finished my undergrad, before I start applying to PhD programs. And the biggest reason for that is I think that I'd have a good chance of getting into somewhere good right now. I don't doubt that about myself. But I have a lot of things going on this school year, and a lot of potential things that are coming up in the future. And if you're in college right now, you probably know that applications for graduate programs are pretty much like open now. So I think that it would be best for me to wait until I can have more to make me a better candidate. And I think that by the end of this school year, I'll have a lot better of a chance to get into a really good program than I would if I applied this fall. Also, my air conditioning just went off. Sorry if you can hear that, but for my last video, I shut the vent and I forgot to open it back up, and it was so hot in my room, and I'd be waking up sweating because I forgot that I turned it off. Okay. But yeah. So something that I'd been wanting to do for a while is some sort of internship or some job that's relevant to my field, because having a relevant work experience on my CV or resume would make me a much better candidate. And right now, because I'm doing so much with school, most of the things that I would want to do, like I really wanted to get a job as an RBT, a registered behavior technician, which is someone that works with children with autism. And I wanted to work at there's a ton of like children's autism centers around me, luckily, but most of them are like Monday through Friday with like specific hours, and because I'm in school full time, and it's not really working out for me right now. So now I have more time to gain more relevant work experience, and hopefully my plan is there's an internship that I really want to get right now, and I've applied for it, and I think I have a good shot. But if not, I can take a course that will set me up with an internship that will be hopefully relevant, and that will definitely look good. But I can't put that or on my CV right now. So my plan is, once I graduate, I'm gonna grind during the school year. I plan on doing an internship, applying for a ton of scholarships and awards, getting involved on a bunch of things on campus. I've already been trying to be way more involved. I think it doesn't help that my first 2 years of school, I wasn't planning on going to grad school because I wanted to be a high school teacher. So I wasn't really doing the right things to set myself up for grad school because it wasn't like relevant to me. So now I have to catch up. So a bunch of dust just flew everywhere. Anyways. But what I was gonna say before is that I don't really, as of right now, most of my work experience isn't super relevant, and of course I'm really good at like making things sound better than they are. So it's like, like in a resume, if it's like you put the description of what you did in your job, and like you can tailor it to like whatever you're trying to get. So if it's like an office job, if you're trying to get like an office job and you worked at like McDonald's, you could say like time management skills, like like stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I still think it would be nice to have more relevant experience as well. I have one more trigger I'm gonna do. Actually, I'll do two. This is kind of gross. This is one of those nasal strips. And I only have this because I got it in what is it called? Like a travel set thing, like the thing, like let me start over. When I used to work at Target, during the holiday season, they would always have all the Christmas stuff 50% off. And there was a lot of gift sets and like things like that were sold specifically for Christmas, but they weren't like Christmas related things, and they would still be half off. So I got like, they had like a twin, like a thing of like, I don't know, there was a bunch of random like cosmetic stuff is what I'm trying to say. And so I got this in like it was like a travel bag of like stuff. So it had like travel sized mouthwash and like travel sized I don't really remember what else. I know it had some like vitamins and like random stuff, and it had 2 of these nasal strips. And sometimes I get, like, if I'm up and like I'm laying down but I'm not asleep, like my nasal passages get inflamed, and so I have to use a nasal spray. And usually it's not a problem now because I fall asleep the second my head hits a pillow, but I used to have a lot of trouble sleeping, and that would be a big problem. But I used one of these ones, and it actually helped a lot. I have my new mascot here. This is the 420 lemur. This is the 420 lemur. His name is Linus. His name is Linus, but I'm naming him Julian. If you know, you know. Anyways. Yeah, this is the new mascot. But that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to do kind of something basic and quick. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start. I want to post consistently because I feel like, first of all, I just kind of, I honestly enjoy making these sort of videos. Like, it's one of those things where, if you hold yourself accountable to doing something and you create that sort of like routine, I think it's really good for like my mental health. And so I feel like this is one of those things that it's like, okay, if I do this once a week, like it motivates me to like stay on my schedule and keep up with all my obligations and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try and post once a week, now that school has started. But yeah, that's all I got for this. If you made it to the end, thank